Allegedly, and you can correct me if I'm wrong here, is it true that you said that there was a rotation of guys?
A roster.
Yeah, what does a roster mean to you?
What does this mean?
You guys have to understand, have you ever heard of the repressed Catholic schoolgirl?
Never.
Yes.
I was, you know. Okay. So I was.
His Catholic school was in his living room. Imagine how repressed he was.
I was the repressed Indian girl that I didn't even watch Jersey Shore in high school because I felt it to be too inappropriate. So when I got to college, I'm like, oh my God, I can dress however I want. I can do whatever I want.
You can have a roster of frat boys.
But
What does a roster mean?
so it didn't actually translate to a roster. It just meant like 2 guys I was talking to and flirting with at the same time. That's it.
That's all.
Yeah.
And when you say hooking up, I think people
When
think you
I
meant
mean
fucking.
hooking up, I just meant making out. Again, like everything I say is so amplified and hyperbolic because it's so like incongruous to who I actually am as a person.
Right. So you're saying you're a big old prude.
Yeah, literally. One of our fans asked us, would you guys have an orgy? So I just said, oh, I'm actively trying, like as a joke. Now, looking back, like it's been pointed out to me and I get that. I feel like for us, I think I learned so much of my humor from Akaash, not to like justify it, but just to explain like, oh, if I say these absurd things, it's so funny because it's not who I actually am.
Right.
But I kind of forgot that like the internet doesn't know all these multi-dimensions of my personality. So they're just seeing this one thing.
Right.
So the orgy joke started with like Akaash being like, oh, Nav's really hot. Like Akaash would show Nav's picture to his trainer or whatever. Because he's like really like, ripped or whatever.
I will say also, if she had a body count, I would have been like, hey, cut that. But because she doesn't, and I know how like innocent she actually is.
Oh, you are a virgin? That's real?
I was a virgin until I met him, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, good to know.
Yeah.
And if she wasn't, that body count thing, I'd have been like, what are we doing here?
Right.
Because I would have been insecure about it. But I can be, not that I'm so secure, but with that joke, I'm like so secure.
Oh, I absolutely would feel insecure.
And I think stupidly, I was like, oh, it's an orgy, so it's all of us. It's not like talking.
Yeah, that is stupid.
Yeah.
I say you're being inclusive. You're being inclusive.
I thought I was being
It's not a...
I'm just going to say it. Whatever Akaash thought that video was going to do, it did the opposite. That looked less like a conversation and more like a humiliation ritual, disguised as a podcast. 4 grown men squeezed into one tiny box, you know. It was just crazy. All of this just to explain why his wife kept on making crazy comments about orgies, about hosters, about cheating. On camera, look bro, maybe I'm tripping. Just let me know. Every time a man tries to defend himself in modern relationships, the internet laughs. But when a woman tries to clarify something, everyone bends over backward and they start to say things like, she didn't mean it. No, we heard what we heard and we heard what she said first. And this whole podcast, it felt like watching a man go through PR bootcamp for crimes he didn't even commit. Now let's start with the obvious. Why are 4 grown men stuffed into one tiny space like they were sharing a punishment bunk? Bro, they look like they were filming a hostage video. Blink twice if you need help, Akaash. That's crazy. And the wife, she basically said, I was repressed in high school. Then I hit college and I got my roster going. Here's the translation. I did the things I wasn't allowed to do. And now I'm shocked the internet is connecting the dots. But here's the part that really exposed the whole dynamics. She said she learned her humor from him. So it was basically like, I can say wild things because he made me funny. No man, come on. He's a comedian and you are not. And then where she lacks complete self-awareness was when she said the orgy jokes felt harmless because she assumed it meant they were all going to do it together. Bro, you cannot make this thing up. Just listen, are you hearing what I'm hearing? She literally admitted she didn't even understand the joke she made. But she made it anyway. And he still had to sit there and defend it. And shout out to the guys on the podcast, you know, they were trying. But some of those questions were crazy. And mind you, this is just part of it that I played today. They didn't even push back on a lot of her previous statement. It was just so crazy. But at one point, they implied she was being dumped on camera in front of her husband. And he just sat there and it was humiliating. I don't know why he had to go through this. Because bro, let me ask you a question. If that was you, would you allow your girl to sit in a room full of friends, take disrespect, take wild questions, and take jokes at your expense, just to clarify your image? Or would you say, no babe, this is too much, let's stop it? At one point, when do you draw the line? He's a huge guy. He has an image to protect, you know. He has his self-respect. And I get it. If they are doing this, it's because they realize, and the wife realized, like, she went too far. She wanted to cash on his fame, which she did, but she went too far. So she felt like she had to do something. But I think it did not help him. And this just goes on to prove what Myron and the Red Pill guys say every day. When men talk about respect, about boundaries, about public image, everyone says we are insecure. But when women got caught making reckless statements, suddenly the whole world has empathy. And men are tired. We are tired of being the punchline. We are tired of being the villain. We are tired of being told to take it like a man, even when we are the ones being humiliated. Akaash didn't need any PR cleanup. He needed a partner who said, you know what? I messed up. I won't do that again. Period. That's it. Not this whole thing, you know, I was joking, the internet does not know me, it's not who I am. No, that's not how it is. Men hear accountability, women hear excuses, and that's the unfair game we live in. The double standards. I just want to tell you, bro, if you're a man who is tired pretending you don't notice the double standards, smash the subscribe button right now and join the tribe. Because here we say what men are afraid to say out loud, with respect, with logic, and without fear. Some people are going to come and attack us. Some people are going to talk about how we are not supposed to talk about this. Some will attack how we speak, but no one will attack the content of our message. Because we are here for men. We are here to educate men. We are here to share stories so that men can watch and learn from them. That's the goal. And we don't mind really if people make fun of us, if people insult us, or if people try to look down on us. We will keep preaching because we are not going to apologize for being men. Now tell me in the comment section, do you think what they did was genuine explanation or just a public humiliation disguised as content? I want to see where men stand on this because this is just crazy. When you build yourself, when you have your standards, you have to protect them. Anyways, share with your brother who needs to watch this, subscribe, and see you in the next one.